Hi. So, I've been getting some requests about information about love spells. So I'm gonna break this up into parts so you can watch it the way you wish to watch it. Okay, so love spells. Love spells, love spells, love spells, love spells. First of all, we're gonna talk about dedication in this video. Dedication is something that a lot of people lack across the board, even outside of a love spell. Okay, following instructions, people do not want to do as well. People want to do their own thing nowadays. So, if you truly want the desired result from your spiritual worker, and you have invested your emotions, you have invested your time, you've invested a lot into getting the desired result that you want, then what I'm going to also tell you now is that you need to be dedicated. Okay? You need to be dedicated. And in that dedication, you know what that also comes with? Keeping your mouth shut. Keeping your mouth closed about what you're doing until you get what it is, the result that you desire. Okay? Because let me tell you something, people. You want to get online and you want to flap your lips about, oh, this person is working for me right now, and this person and that person and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You don't know who could be watching you. You don't know who could be listening to you. You don't know who could recognize your style of writing. You don't know. This isn't fear mongering. This is the truth. And in any work, success is in the secret. Being dedicated also means following the steps that your spiritual worker gives you to do, or tells you that is going to be done, that this is how it's going to go and flow. Meaning, I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm going to speak for myself and my mentor, Papa Hector, who I've learned from. There are different steps to get before you get to the main love spell. It's like broken down. Okay, it's not, oh yeah, I want a love spell. Well, here's a love spell. No. Okay, there's steps that have to be followed before you get your desired result, which means you have to be dedicated emotionally and financially. It's just what it is. I'm not gonna, pussyfoot around the subject of money, because you are putting your money out, and money has to be spent to get you the desired result that you want. And love spells, especially if it's a difficult situation, and more than likely your situation is difficult. You know it. Okay, so let's not pretend that all love spells, the love spell that you might be getting is just so easy. 1, 2, 3, breezy, breezy. Okay? When the thing that you're asking for to get a result for might be some work involved. So the thing is, you have to be dedicated. You can't let things get in your way when you have dedicated. You say you have dedicated yourself to getting this love spell done and getting it to work. Why I say getting it to work? Because it's called spiritual work. And your spiritual worker, 9 times out of 10, is going to tell you to do something. So, in that dedication, it means if your spiritual worker says, hey, wear pink on this day, then that's what you need to do. No excuses. No excuses. If they say you need to wear this perfume on this day and this time, that's what you need to do. No shortcuts. If they tell you a candle needs to be lit at this time, no shortcuts. No shortcuts. None. Okay? That goes into dedication. When it comes time for you to do the second part of the work or third part of the work or whatever part it is, excuses are not acceptable. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not because, oh, they want my money and they want my money. No. It's because you have to do what it is that the Spirit has told that spiritual worker that must be done for you to get your desired result. So be prepared for that. Because usually, I don't know how everybody works, but usually the spiritual workers that I know will tell you how much it's going to cost from the beginning of the work. Now, some people are smart and they just go ahead and pay straight out. So that way there's no little bumps in the road, okay? Because it's an investment in you. It's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in you getting back what it is that you claim is so precious to you. That lover, excuse me, y'all, allergies. That lover, that, you know, man, woman, whatever, girlfriend, whatever, okay? You have to follow through. You can't let, oh, my kid's graduation came, or oh, this happened, or oh, that happened. Honey, let me tell you something. Bumps always come in the road. So if you're quick and you know, and like you know yourself, honey, you know yourself, you know that there's always something popping up in your life. You know that there's things going on a lot of times, so you need to prepare for that. If your spiritual worker says that it's X, like it's going to cost you X amount, then you need to put X amount aside, or you need to flat out pay X amount. Why? Because I always say this, when you start doing something, be it a love spell, be it to try to get a job, whatever it is, things are going to pop up in your way to delay you and to delay your progress and to delay your result. Okay? And I hate to say this, because a few bad apples have ruined the barrel. A lot of spiritual workers just not going to do the work that, oh, you're going to give them the other part, because too many people out here, they talk about, you know, spiritual workers being scammers, but there's a lot of clients that do it too. So I segued a little bit, but back to the dedication. You have to be dedicated. And you have to invest in yourself when you're getting your love spell done. You have to listen to what your spiritual worker tells you, which means you have to invest your time. You have to follow instruction. That is also in the dedication. And you have to truly do this from your heart. If your spiritual worker gives you something to read, you know, something to pray, you just can't look and be like, oh, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. You got to pray like you mean it. You have to say like you mean it. You have to be dedicated to this. You just can't glance over the words or just say from the words. You got to talk from your heart too. Don't just look at the prayer. The prayer is just the basis of it. Or the words that's told to you to say, that's just the base. That's not the whole enchilada, as they say. You have to be dedicated fully to that. And in that, when your spiritual worker gives you a certain work to do, follow it. Do not deviate from it. Once again, it goes into dedication. If your spiritual worker gives you instruction that, hey, you need to have a white plate and put an orange on it on this day and time, do not call your spiritual worker up with, oh, I only have a white bowl. Sometimes you need to use common sense as well. Well, guess what? If they said a white plate, use a white plate. Go to the dollar store and you can get a white plate. Prepare yourself, because usually, like I said, spiritual workers will give you a list of things that you might need to get if you need to do something, if it's a situation where you need to work along with them because you are invested in the emotions with that person. So get your supplies together. If they say you're going to need pink candles, baby, go get pink candles. If you need green candles, go to the dollar store is the best spiritual supply place in the world sometimes. You can get your if you time it right, sometimes you can find Florida water up in there. Get your pink candles, get your white candles, get your green candles, yellow candles, red candles. Only thing and sometimes they even have black candles if needed. But prepare yourself. Like I said, this takes dedication to get back what you have lost. Go get your herbs or your spot, whatever it is that they told you to get it. Get it. Be prepared. Invest in yourself. Truly invest and be dedicated to what it is you want to get back in your life. So that there are no excuses, because the longer you make excuses, the longer that person's going to stay wherever they are or stay in the mind frame that they're in, which you want to change. Okay? Also, understand in that dedication, you must also realize that you yourself have to make changes. Because there's a reason why everything probably happened the way it did. Maybe you weren't alert. Maybe you didn't pay attention enough. Maybe you might need to take some type of class or something. Whatever, you have to go within yourself too, which talks about dedication. Changing things up so that doesn't happen again. You have to be dedicated. So I'm going to wrap this up. Okay, so think about that before you go into getting any love work done. Okay, and then other thing is, things don't go the way you think they should go. Okay, you came to the spiritual worker to get help with your situation, then you have to follow the instruction to the letter. And you have to understand, this is not, once again, I always end this with, this is not Harry Potter's magic shop. All right. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.